The story developing around the Vietnamese dong is once again gaining attention, and today's update is something many currency watchers have been waiting for. There are new discussions online about a possible redemption rollout, with claims suggesting that certain early-stage processes may already be quietly underway. Now, before we go any further, it is very important to stay grounded and separate confirmed facts from speculation. The global currency market does not operate on sudden secret rollouts without official signals. However, what is true is that Vietnam's economy has been evolving steadily, and this has naturally led to increased interest in its currency. So in today's video, we're going to break down what is actually happening, what these so-called leaks really mean, and what you, as a viewer or investor, should realistically understand from all of this. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Brief, your trusted source for clear and balanced updates on global currencies, including the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. If you are new here, this channel focuses on facts, not hype. We aim to give you a simple understanding of complex financial topics so you can make informed decisions. Today's topic is the Vietnamese dong and the latest claims about a redemption rollout. You may have seen headlines or social media posts suggesting that banks are preparing for exchanges or that certain groups are being contacted. These claims are spreading fast, but the key question is, how much of this is real and how much is assumption or misinterpretation? Let's start with what we actually know. The Vietnamese dong is not a freely floating currency like the US dollar or the euro. It is managed closely by the State Bank of Vietnam. This means its value is adjusted carefully over time based on economic conditions such as exports, inflation, and foreign reserves. Vietnam has been one of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia, with strong manufacturing growth, increasing foreign investment, and a rising role in global supply chains. Major companies have been shifting production to Vietnam, and this has strengthened the country's economic position. However, a stronger economy does not automatically mean a sudden or massive increase in currency value. Now let's address the so-called redemption rollout leak. This phrase has been circulating in online communities, often tied to the idea that certain currency holders may soon be invited to exchange their Vietnamese dong at higher rates. The problem is, there is no official confirmation from any central bank, government authority, or major financial institution supporting these claims. In real financial systems, large-scale currency changes are announced publicly. They involve coordination between central banks, international financial organizations, and commercial banks. A secret rollout affecting global investors would be extremely unlikely. What might be causing this wave of speculation is a mix of misunderstanding and hope. In some cases, routine banking updates or internal financial system changes can be misinterpreted as something much bigger. For example, when banks upgrade their systems or test new foreign exchange procedures, it does not mean a revaluation is about to happen. It simply means they are improving their operations. Unfortunately, these normal developments can sometimes be exaggerated online, leading to headlines that sound dramatic but lack real evidence. Another important point to understand is how currency values actually change. A significant revaluation of a currency like the Vietnamese dong would require major economic shifts. This includes a large increase in foreign reserves, major policy changes by the central bank, and often a transition toward a more open exchange system. These are not overnight changes. They take years of planning and are usually communicated clearly to avoid market disruption. Investors, governments, and institutions rely on transparency, not secrecy. At the same time, it is fair to say that Vietnam's long-term outlook remains positive. The country continues to attract foreign direct investment, particularly in technology and manufacturing. Its exports are strong, and its workforce is young and growing. These factors support gradual economic growth, which can strengthen a currency over time. But again, this is a slow and steady process, not a sudden jump to extremely high exchange rates. So what does all of this mean for you as a viewer or someone following these updates? First, it means you should approach any breaking news or leaked information with caution. Ask yourself whether the source is credible, whether there is official confirmation, and whether the claims make sense within the real-world financial system. Second, it means understanding that currency investment is not a guaranteed path to quick profits. Markets are complex and outcomes are uncertain. Relying on unverified information can lead to unrealistic expectations. It also means focusing on what can actually be tracked and analyzed. Economic data, trade reports, central bank statements, and international financial news are all reliable sources of information. These may not always be as exciting as viral headlines, but they provide a much more accurate picture of what is happening. Over time, this kind of information helps you build a clearer understanding of trends and risks. Another key takeaway is the importance of patience. Whether you are following the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnamese dong, or any other currency, real changes happen over long periods. Short-term rumors come and go, but long-term economic fundamentals are what truly matter. Staying informed, staying realistic, and avoiding emotional decisions are some of the best strategies you can adopt. As we wrap up today's update, remember that the idea of a redemption rollout for the Vietnamese dong remains unconfirmed and highly speculative. There is no verified evidence of secret exchange programs or special rates being offered behind the scenes. What we do have is a growing economy, a managed currency system, and a gradual path forward. That may not sound as dramatic, but it is far more realistic. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Iraqi Dinar Brief for more clear and reliable updates. We are here to cut through the noise and bring you information you can trust. Also, let us know in the comments what you think about these latest claims. Have you seen these leaks online? And what is your opinion on them? Your thoughts help keep the conversation balanced and informed. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next update. And before we fully close today's discussion, it's worth taking a deeper look at why stories like this continue to spread so quickly, especially in the world of alternative currency investing. One major reason is the lack of easily accessible, simple explanations about how global finance really works. When people do not have clear information, they naturally turn to online communities, forums, and social media. In these spaces, even a small piece of unclear information can quickly turn into a much bigger narrative. A single comment about a bank preparing systems can evolve into claims of a full redemption rollout within hours. This is not always done with bad intention, but it does show how fast misinformation can grow when there is excitement and uncertainty combined. Another factor is the emotional side of investing. Many people who follow currencies like the Vietnamese dong are hoping for a life-changing opportunity. That hope can make dramatic headlines feel more believable, even when there is no strong evidence behind them. This is exactly why it is so important to stay balanced. Hope is fine, but it should always be supported by logic and verified facts. In professional financial environments, decisions are never based on rumors alone. They are based on data, policy changes, and confirmed actions by governments and institutions. It's also helpful to understand how real currency exchange processes work at the banking level. When a legitimate change happens, such as a redenomination, policy shift, or exchange rate adjustment, banks follow clear public procedures. Customers are informed through official channels. Exchange rates are updated across global systems. There is no need for secret appointments or hidden redemption centers. Everything is structured to maintain trust and stability in the financial system. So when you hear claims about private exchanges or exclusive access, it should immediately raise questions. Looking ahead, the best approach for anyone following the Vietnamese dong is to watch Vietnam's economic indicators. Keep an eye on export growth, inflation rates, interest rate decisions, and foreign investment trends. These are the real drivers of currency strength. Vietnam has already shown strong performance in many of these areas, which is why it continues to attract global attention. If this progress continues over the coming years, it could lead to gradual currency appreciation. But again, gradual is the key word here. Finally, staying connected to reliable information sources will always give you an advantage. Whether it's official central bank updates, international financial institutions, or trusted economic analysis, these sources provide clarity in a space that can often feel confusing. The more you rely on verified information, the less likely you are to be misled by speculation. So, as the conversation around this so-called redemption rollout continues online, remember to stay calm, stay informed, and most importantly, stay realistic. Big financial changes do not happen in the shadows. They happen in the open, with clear communication and global coordination. And as always, we will continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates that are based on facts, not